So this is going to be one of the rawest videos that I've put out on my time on YouTube. And this is also probably going to be a video that I probably feel the most passionate about of all of the videos that I put out on YouTube. I've been thinking today, reflecting on 2021, and I've actually been reflecting on what a difficult year 2021 has probably been for most of us. And you can cite the pandemic, you can talk about the impact of the pandemic, and you can just generally talk about everything that's happened as a result of that. And you can pinpoint a lot of that as being the reason for that. But for me, when I reflect and when I think about 2021, the reasons why it's been a difficult year has actually just been due to the sheer amount of conflict that exists everywhere in the world. And you can literally see it everywhere. You've got conflict between anti-vaxxers and vaxxers, conflict between mask wearers and non-mask wearers, conflict between the two genders, conflict between the different races, conflict between the different classes, conflict everywhere. And I've said this before, and I will continue to say this because I think this is something that is going to prove to be more and more true as time progresses. Conflict and civil war now doesn't exist in the real world. Conflict and civil war actually exists on social media. And I'm willing to bet if you look at some of the pages that you viewed, some of the things that you've had shared across your social media feeds, you will see a lot of that. You'll see a lot of that conflict, and you'll see a lot of conflict due to opposing views. I've been thinking a lot recently about my role in life. And I've been thinking a lot recently about what I want to establish from every single video that I put out, and what I want to establish from essentially being a man. I feel like the purpose in life for me is impact. And I feel like the purpose in life for me is trying to challenge people's views and trying to help people understand what it means to be a better version of themselves. So this means that a lot of the content that I put out is aimed towards men because I can relate to men, I can understand men, and I can relate to a lot of the negative things that men feel, think, and experience. But one of the criticisms that I've received during my time on YouTube has actually been from men. And that criticism has been things like saying, you're a cope, you're disillusioned, you're a beta feminist. Guys, that is the last thing that I am, and that is the last thing that I want my content to reflect. My content is about equality. This is why I talk so much about men's mental health. This is why I try to encourage men to take ownership of their feelings, take ownership of their wants, and try and be that best version of themselves. But whenever I put out a video that's of this nature, I always try to encourage empathy towards women. Working as a coach, I hear very different accounts of life from men. Some of it positive, some of it negative, and some of it actually a little bit alarming. One of the things that I hear men say a lot about women is that women are selfish. Women are shallow. Women are bitches. Women don't know what they want. Guys, if there was a chance that every single time you had sex with someone you could fall pregnant, wouldn't you be selfish? Guys, if there was a chance that every single time you were alone with someone who was physically stronger than you, they may try and rape you, wouldn't you be selfish? Again, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. And I think this speaks to a problem that I see in a lot of young men. I think it speaks to a problem that I see a lot in the world in general actually, but I think it speaks to a problem in a lot of young men. There is a real lack of accountability, and there is a real sense of entitlement. And when you're saying things like women are selfish, women are shallow, let's not sugarcoat it, that shows a massive lack of accountability, because you are implying that you are perfect and everybody else around there is the problem. That's not the case. And I think generally speaking, if you find yourself consistently looking outwards, it's because you don't want to look inwards, because you don't know what you're going to find, or you know what you find you're not going to like. So take accountability, own your feelings, own the things that you struggle with, own your limitations, because I'm willing to bet that when you turn inwards and you begin to look at what's going on elsewhere, you begin to look at what's actually going on in the world, you'll actually begin to really see that there are things that you could be doing better, things that you could be taking more accountability for, and things that you should be taking more ownership for. So why do I make this video? Well, for me, this goes back to impact. This goes back to my purpose in life. And I always think every single time I make a video, What would I want to see? What would I want to read? What do I need to try and understand more? And I always try to make my video reflect that, so anybody who's feeling that feeling that I've got can relate to it and understand it. In 2021, I reached 2K subscribers on YouTube. Absolute rookie numbers when you look at what other YouTube channels are putting up. Literally pathetic, small, tiny numbers. But I don't want to look at it like that. That's 2,000 people that I've impacted with one video. I've got a little over 800 followers on Instagram. Rookie numbers again. But if I can reach and I can impact 1/10 of that, 1/8 of that, whatever percentage of that, for me, again, that is impact. So the question that I've got, and what I want to leave every single one of you watching this video with is, what is your purpose? What do you want? What are you passionate about? What inspires you? What do you want to leave with the world? What do you want to be your gift to the world, essentially? Take ownership of that. Find that accountability. And that is going to be what builds a fulfilling and rewarding life. So stop looking outwards. Stop using other people as a means of not having to look inwards at yourself. Stop blaming other people. Stop lashing out. Stop pushing out. And by the way, this goes to everybody watching this video, not just men, but generally reflect on who you are and reflect on your purpose. 2021 as I've said, 2021 has not been a good year. 2022 hopefully will be a little bit better. But my hope is for 2022, there's going to be a little bit less conflict in the world. There's going to be more positivity in the world, and there's going to be more inspiration in the world. So that's what I want to leave you with. Look inwards rather than looking outwards. Stop looking for conflict and start trying to find a solution. So as always, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you got to the end of it, I massively appreciate it, and it means a huge amount to me. But as always, guys, nothing but love. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.